Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about future-proofing your relationship with your kids, a guide to building a lasting bond. Maintaining a strong, healthy relationship with your kids is a lifelong journey. And as they grow, life circumstances, generational difference, and even misunderstandings can challenge our bonds. But with intention and effort, it's possible to build a foundation that withstands the test of time. Here's how you can future-proof your relationship with your kids, ensuring a strong and meaningful connection as they navigate life. So in this video, we're going to be talking about stuff you already know. Here's your reminders. And we're going to have 8 keys, including open communication, prioritizing empathy and understanding, setting healthy boundaries, adapting to change, quality time, modeling respectful behavior, getting down to those conflicts, and the concept of a safe haven. For more information on why adult children cut ties, go to the video and you'll get a deeper dive. These are some of the contributors. The first thing is that we want our adult child and our children to be able to express themselves without fear of judgment, right? So in this fostering communication, we're listening without interrupting. We're just letting them talk. We're not offering advice. We're adapting to their age. Of course, if it's an adult child, it's a whole different thing. Let's face it. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then there's regular check-ins. And sometimes, especially with teenagers or adult children that are very busy for us, we may not regularly contact them, but it's always a good idea to get that, some type of a regular check-in. The second thing we want to do is to prioritize empathy and understanding. This is a no-brainer. We want to be empathetic and understanding with our adult children and our children. How does it go? All right, so any therapist will tell you start with validating. And all that is just saying, yeah, you know what? I get what you're saying, and that helps them to feel a lot more connected, that you do understand them, even if it's a hot topic. It doesn't mean we agree with everything, but we see their point of view. We also extend ourselves to ask questions like, hey, so what are your interests? What are you into lately? What's going on? I had a woman call me once and we were working together, and she was stuck because her adult son was saying, you know, I don't really feel like you're interested in me. And what was going on was because this kid had a bit of a failure to launch, and she was very concerned about his well-being. His dad had passed, and so the conversations with this mom and son seemed to land around her concern for his well-being because he had some issues with depression. He also had some problems financially, and he depended on her for help. And so she asked me, like, how can I have conversations with him? And it was about learning about their interests, really. I mean, you could do a search, go online, and see what kinds of things can I ask my adult child. Very simple. So that you can move the conversation around other things, their interests, besides the stuff you're worried about, okay? And then the part of this is also to respect their choices. As I said, you may not always agree. We don't always agree with their choices, but we show respect by just like letting them go, not trying to get them to do things our way, all right? The third thing is that we set healthy boundaries. Naturally, a boundary is about being consistent, and it's age appropriate. Of course, you're going to talk to younger kids differently than you do to adult children, but we recognize their need for autonomy. And what it means is they have a boundary, right? Like, we're not going to ask them very, very personal questions. If they invite us into the conversation, that's a whole different thing. And we model boundaries by actually also having them, like, you know, this isn't working for me and I wish that it could. But I have videos on setting healthy boundaries that you might want to watch if you want to take a deeper dive. The fourth thing is adapt to change. So being adaptable and open to change helps your bond stay relevant and strong. Accept that your role will change as they become more independent, and stay flexible, all right? Be willing to adjust your expectations. The traditions you enjoyed when they were kids may not hold the same significance as they grow older, but new traditions can be just as meaningful. And number 5, invest in quality time. So the memories we create together are the threads that bind our relationship. Prioritize moments that allow for genuine connection. Sometimes that means going to a movie together. Make it special. Set aside time for one-on-one stuff that's tailored to their interest. Right? So you can go to a movie, go to the park, maybe go for a hike, and be present during these moments. Give your full attention. Put away your phone. You don't need your phone for that time, and just experience together the time that you have, and create traditions, maybe like Sunday morning pancakes once a month or an annual movie. Just keep something going where there's continuity between the two of you. And number 6, model respectful behavior. Your children learn how to navigate relationships by watching you. Demonstrating kindness, patience, and respect in your interactions with them really sets a powerful example. Apologize when necessary if you've made a mistake, and own it. I know this is tough. A sincere apology shows humility and strengthens your relationship with your kids. And show gratitude. Express appreciation for the things they do, no matter how small. A simple thank you can go a really long way. And avoid comparisons. Celebrate who your child is without comparing them to others or to your own expectations. And number 7, address conflicts constructively. Disagreements are inevitable, but how you handle them can either strengthen or weaken your relationship. Keep calm. Sometimes that's hard, but avoid going into it hot by yelling or blaming. Get yourself centered, and find solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. Revisit and repair. If a conversation doesn't go well, don't sweep it under the rug, and don't let it go too long without making a time where you could just discuss it calmly. And number 8, this is my favorite, be a safe haven. Your kids want to know that they can count on you. And I know some of you that are listening are like, well, Marie, I did this and things didn't go so well with my kids. I know. It does happen that we can provide a safe haven, and things like parental alienation can happen, and addictions can happen, and mental illness can happen. That can have an impact with the relationship with your adult child. Life can be unpredictable, and your child needs to know, no matter how old they are, that you're there. Be a consistent source of love and support. And this creates an enduring relationship. You know how to show unconditional love. It's not tied to their achievements or choices. And offer reassurances during tough times. Remind them that you're there for them no matter what. Celebrate their individuality. Support them in being true to themselves, even if their path looks different from what you imagined. And at the end of the day, all of us are looking to build a legacy of connection. I don't know that there's a parent out there that does not want to have their adult child close to them and have a relationship with them. So by focusing on open communication, respect, empathy, we can have these bonds that will stay close throughout our life. Now, if you're listening right now and you're saying, Marie, you're always doing videos on estrangement, and I did many of these things, I will say to you that I am so sorry this happened to you. As I said earlier, there are things that do happen. What I do want to say about this is that it is your choice to move forward in whatever your adult child has decided. If they have decided to disconnect from you and they don't want to be in relationship with you right now, that you can future-proof your life and keep going and say, you know what, I still have a life to live, I still have a purpose, and I still want to be loved and love others. And you find your community, you stay in your community. You find your people, you be around those who love and value you. You do your self-care. And we will see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe to keep this channel going.